Hi guys, welcome back to Lykz Tells All. Today I have one of the most special guests you'll probably see on.
About time.
Today I have drunkl on, aka Fudge, aka Carson.
Crazy Carson 12 in the building. That's my high school nickname, and it's never left.
Is that your Xbox name?
No, thank God. I was like
Xbox name.
X-Ray 2000.
Carson is our drunkl in our crazy Greek fam.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the drunkl, he's the crazy friend, and he's the guy that everybody wants to be.
I love that so much.
Love that so much, he said. Carson just graduated from Wazoo about a year ago, and I want to have him on to kind of reflect on post-grad, how it's going, and also how his crazy college experience was. So Carson, how has post-grad been for you?
Post-grad has been really an experience outside of college. Obviously, you're in the real world. You're not contained at the campus that we were at. I mean, it was pretty, because Pullman, it was really small.
Yeah.
It was like all of us, everybody knew everybody basically. And now it's back out in the real world now. And now it's obviously, because Pullman, there's not much about it. It's just a town, it's a campus. There's the Greek Row. That's it. But now back over on the west side of the state, I finally get to be around people that aren't my age and obviously are in the job market and all that. But no.
Do you think it was kind of hard for you to adjust from going to such a crazy party scene to then being around more mature people, or did that almost help in a way?
100% it helped. It was definitely one hell of an adjustment. I mean, I am not the most mature person in the entire world, but now it's obviously everyone that I'm around at my job, at the very least, they have something to work for. They have families, they need to pay rent, and I do not have those problems just yet, being only a year out of school. So now it's just I get to branch out, but I can't branch out as much.
I feel like a lot of people I've talked with, post-seniors from Wazoo, it's so hard for them because they get home and they're like, okay, I'm going to go to the bar, I'm going to go do this, but they can't. They have to work. They have to be an adult.
Exactly. And even right as you get out of school, I feel like most people definitely do have a slow start. A lot of people don't have a job lined up.
It's been hard. Yeah.
Yeah. A job lined up right out of school. I was very fortunate enough. Yeah. I went to work probably, I want to say 2 weeks after I graduated.
Yeah, which is really nice.
I was able to have at least a 2-week break. I was able to have a little adjustment period. I'm out of school. It's time to buckle down is more the word.
I really wanted Carson to come on because I feel like he's the most fun to be around, especially when he was going so crazy, but also he has definitely changed in such a beneficial way. So I kind of just wanted him to share some funny story times, answer some questions, but also kind of reflect and let you guys know maybe what you should and shouldn't do. Maybe me too, because I'm going to my senior year and I need to fucking lock in. Right now, we're at Carson's lake house. We're in Chelan, and it's literally the most beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
We have all our friends behind us right now. Bree's walking in with our coffee because we got some coffee earlier. I got a white chocolate Americano because I'm really fucking basic.
I am drinking a Red Bull because I am still a literal child. Sorry, I'm just not adult enough yet, but I've come a long way.
Oh no, friggin' Sam was like, it tastes like Durv.
He's not wrong.
Do you want to start with the craziest, or do you want to maybe...
Let's dial into the craziest part.
Let's do this shit.
Let's keep people entertained for a little bit.
Okay.
Mike's been waiting for this one for too long anyway.
Oh my god, I'm excited to know these.
Yeah?
I love knowing these things because drunkl, I feel like, well, I mean, he's always been crazy, but I came in when I feel like everybody was kind of leaving. I came at the worst fucking time. What's the dumbest thing you did drunk and that you still cringe to this day?
Okay, you actually gotta let me think about this for a minute. There's been a lot that I could not but there's also just not a lot that I can't say.
Hey, you can tell it all. This is Lykz Tells All.
That is fair.
No one gets canceled here. You can try. You just want.
Ooh, my drunkest moment is, I won a game of beer die and we shut them out, which usually means the other team has to run a nudie around the house.
What? I've heard about this story. Sorry,
but I was on the winning team and I was so drunk that I decided to do it with them.
So you just love being naked?
Yeah. Not my proudest moment, but it's part of the evolution.
So that's something that you really cringe about? I feel like
yes.
You did it again.
I would, but it was just when you have the entire frat house on the front lawn and you have about 30 different women watching us play die, that's a little embarrassing.
So I heard you guys did that and ran outside.
It was outside. It was 100% outside.
Okay.
It was only in the summer. If it was in the snow, it was a lot more painful, but you had to be really drunk if you wanted to do it in the snow,
I
which I also did.
I fear because I do live very close to your frat.
Yeah,
I fear I might see that.
it might happen.
Okay, so what was the biggest lie you told to cover up your partying? Have you ever told somebody, oh yeah, I've only had like 2 beers when you've actually had like 3 bottles?
Yeah,
Was it your friends or your parents?
it was a cop.
Oh, fuck. What?
It was my freshman year walking back to my dorm, and he didn't get, it's not like he got me out of the car or anything. He was like, to give me a test or anything. He's like, are you okay, sir? I was like, yeah, why? He's like, because it's 4:30 in the morning. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just running back to my dorm. I forgot something.
What was your dorm?
Waller. This was right across from the Spark. It's an all guys dorm. I set up my dorm stuff literally like so last minute after high school. Like I was like one of like the last people to be accepted to the WSU.
It was really nice.
No, it's not.
Outside?
I lived on the first floor of Waller, and there was pipes coming out of the walls.
Oh.
They said it was refurbished. They just painted the walls. It was not good. It's an all guys dorm. It was not my favorite at all.
Talk to anybody from your dorm still?
I talked to my old roommate.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That's nice.
He was a really good guy.
Did you ever get banned from somewhere because you partied just a little too hard?
Yeah.
Story time.
It was your sorority.
Right?
This was before you came to WSU.
You got banned from.
Yeah. So okay. So this is what was it? We were doing a philanthropy with your sorority and my fraternity, and we were doing like we were just making signs. Like we were invited by you guys, so we went over there just to make signs for like people to hold or whatever. And anyway, I completely forgot about it, and it was like, I can't remember. This was maybe like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm probably like, I think I want to say like I had like 2 smashes before I went over to your guys' house.
Smash.
It's the Smirnoff Ice.
Tall boy?
Yeah, the tall boys.
Okay.
And those are like 8.5 or 8% each. And anyway, I had one before I went over there. This is when I was your house's sweetheart at the time. We went over. I was already like a smash in or 2 at this point. And anyway, I brought my. I feel so bad about it now because I brought. It wasn't a chug jug. It was a water bottle that somebody made us. I put a smash in that water bottle, and I was visibly intoxicated to everybody. I was not asked to leave. I just left because I was like, a bunch of us were leaving at that time. Everyone was already done like making posters and everything. And there's like, I was stumbling. And I'm just like,
did somebody reach out to you being like, you're not welcome back?
Your house's standards chair called our standards chair at the time. And then I had to have a one-on-one conversation with him. He wasn't happy, but I owned up to everything. And anyway, I think it was.
So you're the one that started the beef with the house that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not my happiest moment, but it was, I got banned. I wasn't allowed to drink for 2 weeks at the house, and I think I couldn't show up at your guys' door for maybe like a month.
Who cares?
It wasn't that deep, but I openly admitted to everything, and I sent an apology, and they said it was accepted. So
Wait, that could have been a lot worse.
it was, yeah, it could have been way worse.
You've never got like kicked out of a bar or anything?
Oh no, I've been kicked out of Emporium multiple times.
Don't go.
My God,
Shut up.
yeah, it's because it's always happened at like the same time, like 1:32 in the morning when they're about to like shut down, and I'm like stumbling. They're just like, you just gotta go. It's never like I've been kicked out because of like a fight. I've never caused any altercation. It was because I was stumbling. I was tired. I was visibly drunk. But this is also when loud EDM music is still going on, and I just can't wake up. I just can't wake up.
Did you ever wake up somewhere and not know how you got there?
Yeah, this is my first year. Yeah, junior year living in the house. I woke up in the bush outside of the Hillside Cafe, and I didn't have my pants on. I had my underwear on. My pants were 10 feet away from me though, so I found them like on the side, and I woke up at 4:30.
Did you ever ask anyone how you got there, or do you just take it?
No, I had people ask me where I was, and I was just like, it's a long story. And then the same thing kind of happened. See, my last year, my 5th year. This was after a weekend of partying. Anyway, so I'm living out of the house at this time. This was literally just like last year.
I was here.
Yeah, you were here. I don't think multiple people know this. I think just mainly the roommates. I think Mike knows it. It was just weird because I didn't go anywhere. We were literally all just hanging out at our live out. And I think we were doing our own version of Tall Boy Roulette. So you go to the corner market, you just get whatever thing that comes in like a tall boy. It's a beer, it can be a smash, it can be a hurricane, it can be locos, it can be anything. You just put them all in like a giant, like we put it all in like a garbage bag, and then you reach down without looking.
Okay.
And so I think I finished maybe like somewhere in the middle, but I got the red loco, and I think we just kept drink. And then this is also what the night that we watched a movie, and we had a theme to it, and we had a bottle of Rumplemans with us.
What?
And this was probably the lowest that I think I'd ever been. I don't remember anything past like 11:30, but I woke up on the floor of my room. It was like everything that I had the night before, except my pants. I'm really trying to like figure out. I go down. This is probably maybe like 5:30 in the mornings when I wake up.
So do you just like to like not wear pants?
I don't know. That only happened twice. And anyway, it was like go down the stairs. I went outside to get fresh air. This is 5:30 in the morning. I'm just doing my best to everything to not throw up. I get my pants are in our mailbox. And yeah, and there was postage on them. I had there was a stamps on the backside of the pocket.
I fear you were trying to like send your pants to like another country.
There was also a note in the back pocket that just says, it was like send. I think I looked on the inside of the pants is what it was, and then I look at the manufacturing number, and I think it was like send them to like Boston, Mass, or something like that. It was really bad. All of this has been over the course of 5 years. It's not like all this happened in like a month or a week.
Have you ever had like a girlfriend?
No, not like an actual like, no, not an official one. That conversation never came up
Okay.
between me and whoever I was dating at the time.
Do you want one?
Of course I want one. Like, obviously, after college was like my time to just like...
You want to fuck around right now.
Yeah, it was also, yeah, that was to get my crazy out of my system. And then eventually after school, I wanted to just, finally
Settle down.
Yeah, eventually. Which is like weird to have that mindset, in my opinion, which I'm only 24 years old.
Okay, so that being said though, so you've definitely had your, hookups and whatnot, right?
Yeah, of course. Everybody, it's Wazoo. Everybody's got it. There's no way you could tell me that there's still a virgin at W's. There's just no way you could tell me that.
Tell you.
Are you shitting me? Are you serious?
I go to Wazoo, bro, like you just did. With that being said, what's a hookup story you probably shouldn't share to everybody, but you're gonna because it's Lykz Tells All.
I want to say the most memorable one was my Halloween in freshman year. This was Halloween freshman year. I was still 19 years old. Came back from a triad. I was dressed up as Hugh Hefner. I was walked back.
Dude, every fucking dumbass. Name a more.
I was a freshman. Lay off. So I got walked back to I woke up at the frat house. I was walked there. I was not told everything else that happened in between. I don't know what it was, but I woke up with...
This doesn't actually sound like a good story in my opinion.
I woke up with a Playboy bunny right next to me on an air mattress in the frat house.
What bunny?
I didn't know her. I woke up, I was smart enough to set my alarm, which I don't normally do. I don't know how, but it happened. I woke up in the morning. Anyway, I just didn't know what to do because we're on like an air mattress on literally like the first floor. Anyway, switched out of my clothes because I had an 8 a.m. math quiz to go to. Take my quiz. I walk back to my dorm, and in the middle of all of it...
You left the girl there?
No, like she woke up like right as I was leaving. Sorry, I 100% forgot to mention that. Very few words were exchanged. Anyway, I take my quiz. Anyway, but it's like right at the end of it, I feel like something's not right about my clothing. It was right as I got back to my dorm. You can cut this out if you want. There was a condom stuck to my dick.
I'm not cutting it out.
I didn't realize it until I got back because I'm walking back to my dorm. I'm not gonna like open my pants in the middle of that walk.
No.
And so
What this tells me? You are so protected. You are amazing. You do better than a lot.
I don't know how that happened, but it did.
So you think that was the most memorable because of that experience at the end?
Yes, because it was like, I think that was my only time I ever did like, I wouldn't even call it a walk of shame, but it was almost felt like it because I wasn't coming from my own door.
Yeah. So you said how, you kind of didn't know her, and that is unfortunately the life at Wazoo.
Yes.
Did you ever, because that was, what did you say, your freshman year?
That happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you ever see her throughout campus like the next 4 years?
I never saw her again.
No way.
I never knew what it was.
Really rare occasion. I feel like a lot of people can be like, damn, I had to see them.
I know.
Okay. Let's do a few, reflection because clearly you got a lot.
A lot.
When did you realize that maybe, you've been drinking a little too much and you need to like take a step back?
I am finally willing to tell this, and I'm 100% okay with it doing it here. I want to say it was October last year. This was about, 8 months ago. I had a health scare at work, went to the hospital. Like, I didn't tell anybody this because I didn't snap anybody. I was like on the hydrate, the IV, and they actually like had to go in, get blood tests. They said, hey, your liver is not okay. Like, it was that bad. But it was just like straight up, like I had chest pain. I felt pain down here. The thing is, though, I noticed it, I want to say 2 months before it actually happened. And I never said a word to any.
Did you think it could have been that you just didn't want to admit it to yourself?
I thought I could handle it on my own. Thought I just like, I don't want to worry people. I felt like always I was like the last person that people needed to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Like I never bring the problem. I never expressed hatred or anything towards somebody. And it was always like, I'm me. I'm 100% happy. Like all the time. I'm just this guy who kind of like thinks he's above average, or at least this is how I was thinking at the time.
Yeah.
I thought I was invincible.
Well, yeah.
I
also are doing a lot and thinking, nothing could hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I felt like I'm above like average. I can do this. Like
I talked about a lot with that with Emma Underwood is that people that are so involved at Wazoo and drinking every single day, most of them go out and, they get a big boy job, all these things, but they have health conditions. Like, this isn't normal. Like, the party culture at Wazoo is one that's so like, nobody understands it. If you don't go there, you don't get it.
It's the way that, like, eventually you evolve in bad way and a good way. It can go either way, but, like, at some point you got to hit rock bottom just to make sure to never be there again.
Yeah. So when you were in the hospital, is that when you're like, damn?
That was just like, no, it was literally just like at that point, I didn't care. Like, it felt like I really didn't care. I felt like I can just control everything. But then it was like, I wasn't drinking every day. I was drinking on the weekends because I knew I had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning to go to work. But then it felt like I needed to like double down on the weekends. And then it got to the point where I could just stop buying a 5% standard drink and I can buy a 10% drink and I feel like I would equally get it. And that's when I knew I hit my top. I didn't fully change until probably November. I continued to drink. I just did it so less. I even like did totally stuff like that I didn't even think I was gonna do. It wasn't like drugs or anything. I'm saying that right now. Basically, like, oh, if I wanted to rip a drink, I would rip a soda. So my soda budget went up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like sub it out for something else.
Yeah, but when you rip 8 sodas in the span of 2 hours, it's bad.
I know. I drink like 4 Dr. Peppers a day. It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Well, you look amazing. You stopped drinking as heavily and you lost some good freaking weight. What's something you wish someone told you back then when you were partying so heavily?
I think just to slow down. I don't think we've ever really had that.
You need to slow down.
No, because I'm terrible at it. I think and nobody ever told us to slow down. We all tried to be on like the same wavelength, like so much of the time. At least I would have personally told myself like my freshman year.
Yeah.
Just like make some wise decisions. At least look at what you have and just say, don't take this for granted. And don't think you're untouchable or invincible because you're not.
It's the environment of Wazoo.
Yeah.
It's all it is. And I love it. I mean, fucking go Cougs every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just the party culture of what it is. What do you do to blow off steam, like, instead of partying now? Do you ever,
I think it's mainly just work.
Yeah?
Like, I've asked to work weekends before just to blow off steam. It's even got to the point where I feel like I almost can't be by myself. I got to be around somebody, so they just, like, tell me that just, like, hey, no.
It's understandable.
I need to be productive or else I'm going to keep slipping.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, nothing to do. All right, I'll crack one in the middle of the day. No, can't do that anymore. Just can't do it.
No, you should.
Mainly because I know my body can now. I know my body's in a good place. I really just don't trust myself, and I really don't want to go back to the way that I was.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to work, I feel like I did that a lot, even with just like either like, friendship, real breakups, everything. Like, I need to distract myself. I'm a workaholic. If I'm like having something in my head, I want to be at work. I don't want to be just sitting there thinking about it because you're going to go lean to either the alcohol or other things.
100%. It happens a lot more than a lot of people think.
Well,
and
yeah.
I didn't think it was enough.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think it happened a lot, but I was way off.
Do you think that your drinking affected your school, as in why you took the 5th year?
That was actually, yeah. So I mainly took the 5th year because like I So it was my sophomore year. I was having a lot of trouble in school. But the one thing it was weird about was like I based my drinking off of my schoolwork. So like if I wanted to drink on Sunday, I had to do this first, like no matter what.
So you were smart about it.
Yeah, I was smart about it, and I was didn't realize how much drinking like actually helped me in school, which is a really bad way to phrase it now that I think about it.
So then why did you take your 5th year?
I had to take my 5th year mainly just because like there was a bunch of like because when it was during COVID, like I needed to be in class, and so like I took very little classes that my major needed. So I think I was probably rocking like maybe
It was straight.
I was rocking like maybe 6 credit semesters.
Yeah. Yeah, I only say that because I think, well, I don't know if you knew, I was supposed to graduate last year. Like, I got my AA in high school. So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
supposed to be done with college when Maddie was done. And so I think my drinking, like, I failed, like, all my classes freshman year. Like, most of them, I don't have credits for.
Yeah.
So, like, I took a whole year and just fucked around and found out. When I went into college, I had $40,000 in scholarships. I blew it all. Like, I literally blew it all. And and I think that was all because of drinking. I also went through a traumatic fucking thing I'm not lying about. And so I think that didn't help anything. But I just feel like the drinking was what did it. And I think if I didn't, I would be on the educational path I should have been. But at the same time, I don't regret it. Like, I'm glad I'm going to finish this year with my best friends. But I think that drinking got in the fucking way of my school.
I mean, I guess my whole thing was just the partying at the end of the day was a treat. And to get a treat, you got to put in the work.
What advice would you give someone who feels stuck in the party every weekend or even every day?
I would just say know your limits.
Know your limit.
If you black out a lot, if you do not remember anything and your drinking gets to the point of where it becomes problems in other people's life, that's how you know it's a problem. I don't want my friends worrying about me 24/7 when they should know that I am smart enough to know my limits.
I get it. I get that. Okay, guys. We went over his craziest things. We went over
Some serious things.
some serious things and kind of, the advice that he would give somebody if they were also in the same shoes. It's a beautiful fucking day. We're going to go out and celebrate our friendship because literally look at the view behind us. Let me know who you want to see next or what you want to hear next. Did you have fun?
Absolutely. This was amazing.
It was. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys. Oops, my God. Not my dogs. They cannot be in this. Is funnest a word? No, it's not. More fun.
It's more fun to say funniest or funnest.
Are you so excited to be on?
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, Carson.
I mean, it was my idea. Or I was just like, she was like, "Do you want to stay on the pod?" I was like, me.
Butterfly, rainbow. Your manager says to close your legs.
He's not good enough to manage me.
We're going to get canceled, guys.
Oh my God, girl. Free, you're a crackhead. My mom is so going to kill me when she sees this.